What's up everybody, I'm Seth at Year One Organics. Today I wanted to walk around the yard a little bit and show you around. The last video we made, it was about the freeze damage we had. So in today's video, we're just gonna show you guys what came back from the freeze and also just show off a couple plants that we have in our collection. This is like a little Jaboticaba zone right here. And I have all different types of Jaboticabas in here. A lot of these ones are my personal ones. We have like a Novak Vitrantha here. This is a Hestinga coronata hybrid. You can see it if you guys know your Jaboticaba leaves. It looks a lot like Hestinga, but it's got a slightly different, bigger leaf to it. It's probably crossed with like a red hybrid or a scarlet. A lot of fruiting reds right here. This one I'm really excited about. This is a giant Trunciflora, and normally Truncifloras take about 15 years to fruit. But I've heard that this one can fruit in as little as 4 to 5 years, and it's growing really fast. It's really beautiful. I love the new growth on this one and the foliage. Behind there is a scarlet, and there's a little bit of fruit coming on the scarlet right now. We get a lot of crops every single year off the scarlet. We'll skip a bunch of these. So this one is pretty exciting. This is a new variety, potentially new. I think it's new. We're waiting to see how the fruit is. I've had one fruit off of it already. It's flowering a lot. I planted some red seeds and this one came up. It's definitely not a red. It looks a lot like the Sanford, but I think it could be the Sanford, but I don't think so. This is another one that we planted from seed as a red hybrid seed from Flying Fox Fruits Farm, Adam, and it has already been flowering too. It flowered at less than 3 years old. This one is probably a Hestinga hybrid with a Grimmel. The new growth looks a lot like Hestinga, but it's got a thick dark green leaf on it. And that tree is growing really upright, and it has Grimmel colored bark. That's another reason why I think it's Grimmel and Hestinga. So this rose apple here was one that got hit really hard by the cold, and I did have this one protected a little bit, and you can see it came back and it's already grew about 2.5 3 feet. You can see the bees, they're all out of their hive right now. They were getting a little too much sun right there, so this time of day I normally bring the water hose out here and spray over here just to keep the ground cool, because they're in a hot spot. We have these plants planted near the beehive to kind of give them some shade, but these haven't grown very tall yet. So I did have a sweet tart mango here, and it was even cold protected a little bit, and unfortunately it died under the rootstock, so I went ahead and replaced it with a Super Alfonso. I haven't tasted Super Alfonso, but my buddy Jacob at Heart Healthy Farms, he's had over 100 varieties of mangoes. He said that this is the last 2 years, this one has been his favorite, so we went ahead and planted a Super Alfonso there. I'm excited about that one. Hope this year we get to taste Super Alfonso.
We have a huge mulberry tree right here, by the way.
Oh yeah, I almost walked on this. This is supposed to be a Himalayan red mulberry, and I got it from tissue culture. So I don't know if they planted a seed or if it was tissue cultured, but it's never fruited, and the trunk on this thing is nice. It's been in the ground for at least like 3 years. Never got any fruit. If it's there another 1 or 2 years and hasn't given us any fruit, then we're gonna take it out and replace it or graft it.
So this area here is kind of like our corner space.
Yeah.
Where we used to have our greenhouses, but now we just have tarp and pots. We're doing a lot of container culture. A lot of these are for sale. Much of this is for installs, and the rest of it is just for us.
This peanut butter fruit was relatively unharmed, and you can see it's got flowers coming everywhere. PB fruit. That Suriname cherries are awesome. That thing didn't take any cold damage, and look, it's holding fruit everywhere. That took 23 degrees. This moringa tree is at least 15 feet tall, and this thing was completely dead to the ground in the cold. And in less than 4 months, this thing has already grown 15 feet. And all around in here, we have just turmerics planted, different varieties of turmeric and sugarcane. We're growing green turmeric, we're growing red turmeric, we're growing orange turmeric, we're growing blue, black, white. So we got a lot of different varieties of turmeric. I really like that one. It grows well here in Florida. Soursop. This one's not in the ground. We had this one in a container and we brought it indoors. You can see this one I accidentally left unprotected. I totally forgot about it. It's the variegated Malay apple, and it's coming back from pretty low on the trunk. I'm excited about that. I thought we lost it, but it came back. And we got some butterfly plants here, society garlic, and then this is coral honeysuckle. The hummingbirds like this one. It's a Florida native. Passion fruit too, growing on this soursop for now. We'll cut it back eventually. Right here we have a Florida native scrub blueberry. We grew this one from a cutting. Just recently we threw a papaya in the ground right there around our nursery mat. And yeah, just look at this turmeric. This turmeric is beautiful. I love the turmeric, and like I said, we grow a lot of different varieties of turmeric, and it's planted all around us. These I'm really excited about. So these are the multicolored butterfly peas. So normally butterfly pea is purple, but this one, it grows double flowers. The same vine grows double flowers. It grows pink flowers, purple flowers, and white flowers all on the same vine. And they're like mutated. There's like 2 flowers in one. It's awesome. I hope they come true to seed because those were just seeds I planted. I replaced the old butterfly pea, and there's just hundreds of them coming up around. Right here's a nice Florida native beautyberry, and this thing has been flowering. So it started here, then it flowered there, flowered there, flowered there, flowered there, and then all of these are going to ripen at different times too, and you can see we still have some flowers coming open. The Tithonia. This is a chop and drop crop, but it's also grown for animal feed, and the reason why I like it is because pound for pound this plant is equal in nitrogen to chicken manure. So this thing completely died to the ground. It's already 10-15 feet tall again in just a couple months. But what's cool about it is, guys, that leaf just instantly turned to dirt. Like, I don't know of too many other plants that just disintegrate and break down that quick. So this is a chop and drop. People grow it, like I said, for their animal feed, but it is also edible to us. The flowers can be brewed in teas, and I've heard that the flower is good for deworming. This Katuk plant as well took a hit in the cold, but it's already coming back. So if you don't know a lot about this plant is the highest leafy green, actually I think the highest plant period in protein, and the leaves and the stems are edible. It's better whenever you cook this plant. I believe there is a alkaloid in it that you don't want to eat too much of, but in moderation, this plant we munch it all the time.
I have a bunch of little jabuticabas right here.
Yeah, some root stocks.
Just some root stocks for grafting.
We're not going to talk about everything. We're going to jump around. This one is cool. This one is Iboza, but I think it's also called the ginger bush. And man, when you just brush by this plant, like if your skin just touches it like that, or you walk by it and your clothes brush it, you smell it. It is so pungent. It smells so good.
We have a bush of it right here.
Oh yeah, that one came back from the cold as well.
This one was pretty huge, but I'm glad that it's coming back. I really like that herb. And then of course we have some other little butterfly plants here.
There's a little monarch caterpillar right there. This is the lesser galangal, but man, does this one right here, to me, I describe it as bubblegum. The roots, you can use the leaves too as a spice. Real quick, we'll talk about this one too. This one is Lipia alba, or lemon verbena, or tropical lemon balm. This one is very, very sweet. You just throw a couple leaves in your tea and it will be so sweet. And the smell on that one is very good as well.
You can see we have these little patches pretty much everywhere for all of our turmerics and
I
gingers.
didn't even plant this awapui in here with it, but somehow awapui got in there. And another awapui right there, huh? I gotta dig those up.
Got some perennial peanuts right there. They used to be all over the place, but
Yeah, we'll have to plant some more perennial peanuts. Andrea really likes this one, sun opener.
yes, I think this is such a cool little whimsy type of plant.
There's no flowers open right now,
No, there's a couple right here.
but it's
So
related to pomegranate. It kind of looks like a
you
pomegranate.
can kind of see the yellow flowers, but this is a psychoactive plant and super medicinal.
Wow, look at that weed I just
Wow.
pulled. That's pokeweed. This one has cyanide in it, but you can cook it and it's edible. Pokeweed.
Interesting.
That was growing in the ice cream bean. Sorry, not ice cream bean. Ice cream mango pot.
Yeah, this is my favorite mango variety, the ice cream mango. It has a resin flavor that I cannot describe, and it's a green mango, so it's actually green when it's ripe.
So right here, we had a peach cobbler mango, and it was doing really well. But this one got hit by the cold, and the rootstock, it's coming back from the rootstock. So we'll probably let it grow and graft onto it later once the wood gets a little thicker. Pink Turk's cap. We grow a lot of these from cutting. We grow the red and the pink from cutting. These ones grow really well. It's like a giant honeysuckle. Let's see.
You pull the flower. Well, I don't think it was ready, but you pull the flower and you pull it out of the green, and then it has usually a drop of dew.
I picked it a
That's-
little early, so it didn't have the drop, but
You can actually still eat them raw,
yeah, this whole flower is edible.
so throw it in a salad or something.
So real quick, we'll talk about this one. This is a really underrated fruit in my opinion. It's Mammy apple, not Mame sapote. This is totally different. I think the Latin name is Mammy americana, and the fruit it's brown. It looks like kind of looks like a Mammy sapote, same color. Kind of looks like a sapodilla, but it's a ball. Inside, it looks kind of dry, but it's actually very juicy and tastes like an apricot. It's so good. This is a very underrated fruit. I think we got this grafted tree from Laura Farms.
I also think that we have a taste test video
We
on
do.
our channel of that fruit. So if you're interested in it, definitely check that out.
Here's a nice grafted Campbell white sapote. I gotta come out here and spray these scale bugs off. I don't spray any pesticides or anything. If I was working on a larger scale and I had this issue with scale bugs, I would spray neem or some kind of neem and a concoction of other herbs like tobacco maybe or castile soap. I would mix it all together and treat my plants with that. But right now, I just have one of these that has this issue. So what I do is I come over here with the water hose and I blast the leaves and I wash all the scale bugs off, and it works well. This is supposed to be a yellow cherry Lario. I've been growing this thing for a while. We'll see if it's true to seed. They're not all true to seed, but we'll try. This is just a regular cherry Lario here. I really like the cherry Lario fruit. When you get a seedling, they all taste slightly different. So get a couple seedlings and then pick one that you really like. A really beautiful tree. I've heard the fruit is very good on it as well. This is a Eugenia matosii, and it's just like a perfect little bonsai. I think it's so beautiful. I'm excited about this one. I've heard the fruit is very good, but I've never got to taste it. And then all of these are seeds of jabuticabas from a farm where there could be lots of hybrids. There's Valparaiso seedlings in there, watermelon seedlings, broncomel seedlings, scarlet seedlings, ESAOQ seedlings, and all of them have the potential to be hybrids. All these orange pots right here, these are all grafted trees as well, grafted jabuticaba trees. We got grafted Ojo de Boy, grafted Valparaiso, grafted Otto Anderson, grafted watermelon, grafted variegated Paulista. So just recently we went down to Fruitscapes in Pine Island near Fort Myers, and we got a bunch of mango trees. They're not organic, but they were really cheap, so we got a bunch of them. Super Alfonso, I've never heard of this one, but it was a dwarf. And I heard the fruit is good. You can eat it green or let it ripen. And guys, we're in June, right? We're in June and this thing is still flowering. So it's a late season mango. This one is, we got a couple pina colada mangoes. I wanted to get all the dwarf mangoes. I'm in Central Florida and I know that freeze was historic, but I like the idea of being able to fruit my mango in a pot so I can bring it in the garage and protect it in the winter. So I wanted to get all the dwarf varieties that I've personally tasted and that I really like. And so we got pina colada, sweet tarts, lemon meringue. Lemon meringue might not be a dwarf one. We got ice cream mango, and then another sweet tart.
But honestly, you can always keep your plants dwarf by just pruning them.
Yeah.
So.
And these were all in 3 gallons, and I just went ahead and threw them straight into 15s. I'm still looking for a dwarf Hawaiian, or dwarf St. Maui, that's the name. Dwarf St. Maui mango, that one is very good as well. We've had that one.
These are honestly for us to keep.
Mm-hmm.
And it's okay that they're not organic. We're going to grow them out. You can actually convert plants that are not organic by growing them out for how many years? 2 to 3?
Well,
and changing their soil, you know. They're not going to have the full organic genetics.
Yeah.
They're not a seedling. But
yeah, if you guys want
you can do what you can do. Yeah.
If you guys want good, strong genetics, I would suggest going to Matt Reese. I think his farm name is Peace River Botanicals. He's in the Punta Gorda area. Matt Reese is awesome. We've been to his farm a couple times. He's got an awesome syntropic system. And yeah, all his mangoes, to my knowledge, are organic. And another person who's going to start grafting the organic mangoes is Heart Healthy Farms, Jacob Hart. He's one of our really good friends, and I've been hyping him up. He's got tons of turpentine rootstocks, and he knows where to get the budwood from, so we've been trying to get him to graft the organic mangoes too. I think there's a very big market for the organic mangoes. You know, if you look at the Florida citrus industry, it's pretty much completely done. It's not because of this greening bug. I mean, the greening bug is causing it, but what's really causing the issue is the genetics of the plants that they're grafting and planting have been mutated for decades. And not only that, there's nothing living left in the soil at these orange groves. You know, they're planting them in sand, they're spraying Roundup, they're putting synthetic fertilizer down, and what really grows the plant is the living soil web. So instead of focusing on my plant, focus on the soil web, get a living soil web, and your tree is going to have more natural immunity. It's going to be more nutritious, the food it produces. Like the citrus growing out in the woods, it has greening, it has aphids, it has so many different diseases, canker, all at the same time, and it's producing. Nobody's watering it, nobody's fertilizing it, and it's doing its own thing, and it's because of the living soil web. So this is a variegated Cuban mangosteen, and wow, that's beautiful. It shot out all white there, one whole white leaf, but this branch over here that it just shot out is not variegated. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pop that off. So I popped off the branch that isn't variegated. I'm trying to keep this tree variegated. For now, it's been holding very strong.
This is such a beautiful, rare seedling tree that we planted. I really, really want to keep it, but Seth really wants to sell it.
So yeah, there's lots of good reasons to plant seeds, but one of the bonuses of planting your seeds is you could get a variegated plant, and that's basically like an albino, you know. Maybe you plant 10,000 seeds and you get one variegated. Maybe you plant 100,000 seeds and get one variegated. Or maybe you get lucky and plant 10 seeds and you get one variegated. But for the most part, variegated plants are very rare. It's even more rare to have a variegated fruit tree that produces fruit as well. So we're excited about this one, to grow it and just to see what happens. So something that I like doing for propagation material, and not really for my own food, but I like to grow herbs around my trees in containers. So right there we have some mimosa, which is a nitrogen fixer. Makes this beautiful purple puffball flower. And then in the pot with it as well, we have potato mint. And this is in there really just to take cuttings from and propagate. I don't think There actually was potatoes in there whenever I checked it. We got a really nice Hishtinga coronatus seedling, and this came from our buddy Clark. Shout out to Clark. He's an awesome fruit grower from Hawaii, but he lives here in Florida now. This is a Sabara that was dug out of the ground about a year ago, at least a year ago, and it still hasn't pushed any leaf, but it's green. When you scratch it, it's green, so it's doing something. I think it's focusing on healing its roots. This is a very, very special tree here. This is a variegated Sandria jabuticaba.
Maybe you guys have seen us posting about this on Instagram, but this is our most prized tree.
Mm-hmm.
We got to name this tree.
We got really blessed and lucky with that one too.
We did. We went all the way to Brazil and got blessed with that beautiful, wonderful tree. We're just hoping that it produces some fruit.
We've sold 2 of them so far, and both of them went for a very, very high price. We're very happy about it. This is kind of just like a propagation area. It's a mess.
It's a little messy.
We need to get over here and clean it up, but we got lots of seeds planted.
We have a lot propagating.
We recently did like 21 variegated jabuticaba grafts, and you can see that one right there. That little node is starting to push. Very excited to see how many of these take. Another big Savannah cherry. My buddy Austin gave us that. I think his eBay name is Fruit Family. If you guys want to go check him out, Fruit Family on eBay. He sells some jabuticabas. He's got some grafted ones on there for really cheap. We got a bunch of bigger Sabras around, all in 25-gallon pots.
Some more just like stuff for some installs.
Yeah. Couple figs. So you can grow figs here in Florida. Not all the varieties you can plant in the ground. I'm not sure what this variety is. I got it for free, so I just put it in a pot because Florida has nematodes, root knot nematodes, and they will destroy your figs. They'll never grow. Not all figs. Most figs, though, you can't grow in the ground here.
Over here we have our garden beds that we're getting ready to dismantle. We're still growing some stuff though.
Yeah, our family doesn't want these here anymore, and I'm okay with it. We'll probably extend our row of fruit trees and put a couple more fruit trees in here.
That'd be nice, yeah.
Right now we're using our garden beds for some veggies. These are peanuts. Not perennial peanut, but these are actual peanuts. This variety grows really well here. I'm not sure of the name. But we're propagating pineapples in here. So I planted the corms. You can see what I'm talking about.
They're huge.
This was pineapple root right here. This was the root of a pineapple, and there's ants on there, whatever. And you can see that right there is a pineapple starting to sprout. And you can see we got one pineapple already came up, another baby one there, one there, one there, and they're just coming up all over. This whole bed probably has like 15 or 20 pineapples coming up in it right now. Another one there, another one there. And it's growing around the peanut. So people like the perennial peanut. I like all the peanuts. They're nitrogen fixing and they just grow so well. But also peanuts
are passion fruit?
Yeah, there's a passion fruit seedling growing in there.
Interesting.
People don't realize peanuts are a superfood. They're super high in omega fats. They're very high in amino acids. They're not quite a complete protein. They're lacking one amino acid, but they have, I think, 19 out of 20 amino acids. Sweet potatoes, they grow so well here. You got to grow sweet potatoes. In Florida, they're like a weed.
Yes.
And then we got some collard greens. We like to make wraps with these. We just put our food in them and wrap them up and eat them.
These are our parents' chickens.
Yeah, they got a couple different kinds of chickens, or maybe there's 2 kinds of chickens in there.
Sometimes they let them roam the yard. There's a gate, so.
Some sugar cane coming back from the cold. These all completely died in the cold. This is a tree that I thought I lost. It was about 7 or 8 feet tall, and I was very sad that I thought we lost it, but
I was so sad.
It's coming back. We love this fruit so much, guys. This is Aki.
Aki.
Yes.
Look, it came back from right there.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see where I scratched it too. I was so sad. I'm really, really happy with this tree though. I love Aki. This is a great egg substitute.
And we had a big jackfruit back there.
Yeah, it didn't make it.
But the jackfruit died. It didn't even come back from the roots.
That's okay. We really didn't lose a whole lot, honestly. Just a couple trees, and I'm not too upset about it.
I think we lost mango, sapodilla, and jackfruit. That's it.
And a cha-cha.
And an achacha.
I was sad about my cha-cha.
It was probably like a 4 or 5 year old achacha tree.
Yeah,
But still.
it's okay.
This is just a whole bed. We didn't plant any of this. This all came by itself. This is all Tulsi or holy basil. And there's a couple varieties of Tulsi. It's kind of similar to basil, just it smells a little sweeter.
Like bubble gum.
Yeah, it smells a little sweeter. And yeah, we didn't plant any of this. This just came back all on its own.
You can see though how many seeds. It just comes up from seeds, so
Yeah. So right here, these are the seed pods.
yeah.
And there's a little seed right there, that little black
That
seed.
little black thing.
Here's a Lago spinach. And once it gets this tall, you really want to tip it like that.
Yeah, if you don't, it'll just keep growing straight up.
Green.
Oh, look, a pineapple.
Yeah, this is another bed that we're propagating pineapples in as well. Most of the pineapples I've already pulled out of this bed and put into pots, but there is still a couple in here. That one's really sharp actually, that's crazy. And then we have lots of blue porter weeds in here. Again, we didn't plant these blue porter weeds.
Those are butterfly bushes, by the way.
Yeah, blue porter weeds are a Florida native butterfly bush. And people make like hops beer with the flowers, so they're edible too, but the butterflies like them. And we have more
Butterfly pea.
butterfly pea in here as well.
And then we have
Lago spinach
Okinawa spinach.
and Lago spinach. But yeah, Okinawa spinach is right here. They got that purple
The
leaf.
Okinawa has the purple underneath.
And then this was something that we just did for fun. We didn't put a trellis. It needs a trellis. This is lab bean.
I didn't expect them to grow so fast.
Yeah, they're already touching
my
the ground. We
gosh.
planted them like
This is crazy. Look
20
at
days
this.
ago probably, and they're already touching the ground.
These beans are bright purple. They are almost so purple that it hurts your eyes to look at it.
The flowers look like they're from a different planet. Yeah, when you look at the flowers, they're so gorgeous. Threw some lemongrass in here. We like to propagate a lot of lemongrass. And then these were just some other bush beans, some
Yeah.
random bush bean seeds we had, so we threw them in. Why not? We're gonna remove all these garden beds, but it's okay because we're gonna extend our line of fruit trees. So we'll probably get another 4 or 5 trees in the ground now.
So there was a tree right here. This is so sad. This is right where our chacher was,
Yeah.
and it's gone.
Yeah, and what's crazy is I thought the cold was done, so I went ahead and planted the achacha.
We had just planted it.
And if I would have waited another month to plant it, it would have been fine because it was in a container and it was happy. But
It's
whatever.
alright. You live and you learn.
Yeah, we have some more achacha seedlings. This is a Sabra jaboticaba, and it took 23 degrees, no problem. I did have a graft right here, but the graft died. It was a Hishtinga graft. Hishtinga coronata is the most cold sensitive jaboticaba I know of. This was a red hybrid. It's already coming back as well from the cold. And something about the red hybrid is they're awesome because they fruit very early and they fruit multiple times a year, and they stay very small. They're more dwarf than your typical jaboticaba, but you see these suckers in here. You have to get in here and get these suckers. You don't want the branches growing into each other. It's hard to pick your fruit. Tice mulberry.
Huge mulberry.
We've been talking about removing this thing for a while. The Tice tastes very good.
Has this
Just-
one ever even produced?
Yeah, no, it produces. Oh, look, we got baby birds. I didn't even know.
What?
Yeah, there's some baby birds in there.
Oh my. Look. Oh my gosh.
So we won't be removing the Tice mulberry until those are
Okay.
gone, but
Aww. Oh my gosh, so cute.
the Tice mulberry is a very good mulberry. It's just a shy producer. It doesn't produce a lot.
Yeah.
And it grows really big, a lot faster than the other ones. But it's a good mulberry. That little jaboticaba has always been struggling. It's an ESALQ. Completely unprotected from the cold. This one right here is a beast, the loquat. I've seen these things growing in central Georgia where it was snowing. Obviously you're not going to get fruit, but this one can take the cold really well. High dwarf mulberry, this is our favorite mulberry. They also call it world's best.
This is such a good producing mulberry. It gets really tall, but when the fruits come, the branches get loaded down, so it's pretty easy to pick.
Well, the max height on this thing is about 15 feet, and it's almost there right now. And every single year you want to prune it to preserve its energy.
And make more cuttings.
Yeah, if you just let this thing grow wild, it's like a blackberry bush. It starts to die off. It doesn't like it. It wants to be pruned. And you can see, like she said, we already got our crop, but there's a couple more mulberries still on it, and I actually see more flowers coming. So it's an ever-bearing mulberry. We really recommend this one. This is our favorite mulberry for flavor, for size, for productivity, for everything. It's just all around a really good mulberry. The bananas are coming back nice.
This is kind of like our banana row up against this fence.
You can see what happened to this pineapple. So there's a pineapple inside there, but the cold came, killed the pineapple. Not the actual plant, just the fruit, and all these little pineapple suckers came. So I can actually come in here and I can pop every single one of these off and plant them. So
Great.
yeah, we'll just leave that there for now.
We love propagating pineapples.
Yeah, I like propagating pineapples a lot.
Seth really enjoys that. We have a lot of awapui and some gingers, some turmerics.
Yeah, we got turmerics planted around here by our bananas.
That's a
as
nice
well.
awapui.
Yep.
Some dwarf bananas.
This is dwarf Orinoco, which is dwarf Cavendish, but it's a mutation of the Cavendish. And so instead of making one rack, I believe once every 2 years, one of the pups will make 2 racks at once. So there'll actually be 2 racks of bananas hanging from one plant, which is really cool. We haven't seen that yet with this one, but it has flowered for us. This is the all-around go-to banana, dwarf Nam Wa. It's the most disease resistant. It's got a really good flavor. And yeah, it just grows really well here. This is the one I recommend. Got a lot more 25-gallon jaboticabas over here. We just up-potted this one right here. It's a Grimmel. It wasn't a 15, we threw it in a 25.
I love how the Grimmel tastes.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite jaboticaba fruits.
Here's a nice double-grafted Hishtinga coronata. This is that really cold, sensitive one. Go around to the front yard. So blueberries, these obviously, you don't have to worry about the cold. There is varieties that you should grow that are for your climate, for your area. Like these ones are more tropical blueberries, but there's blueberries that grow all the way up to Canada. This is a dwarf mulberry, the most dwarf mulberry there is. It's called Shah Reza, and it only grows about 8 feet tall, and it makes little tiny berries as well. It's not the dwarf everbearing that everybody knows about. This one is dwarf Shah Reza.
But they are extremely sweet.
Yeah, they're extremely sweet, and they're honestly a little bit tinier even than the dwarf everbearing. But this is an awesome container mulberry, and this one grows well from a cutting. You can see that one is a cutting.
Cool. Over here we have a few more mulberries.
This one is another Pakistan, and same thing with this Pakistan. I don't know if it was grafted or what. This one came from online. It wasn't tissue culture. Maybe it was tissue culture, but when we got it, it was already big. And this one has been in the ground for at least 2 years and no fruit. Still no fruit. This one is the Himalayan white, so it's kind of like the Pakistan red. It's big, but it's white. And this one is so sweet. It's like, tastes like honey. I can only eat a couple of these, and then I'm like, I don't want any more because it's so sweet. But this one has produced. It's been producing for 2 years now, and it's been in the ground for 2 years. So I don't really know why the Himalayan reds or the Pakistani reds, whatever, they're not producing for us. If you guys know why, or if you guys know the reason why these haven't produced for us yet, or if it just takes a couple years for them to get started, let us know in the comments, please. These just recently got planted, and not by me, by my mom. Gardenias, I love gardenias. We got a couple dwarf gardenias right here. Peaches, obviously, You guys already know these things can take the cold. In fact, they need the cold for them to produce fruit. So this thing looks really happy right now because we had those crazy chill hours this year. Here's another stone fruit here. This is a Scarlet Beauty, and this one is a really good plum. Super productive, the most productive plum I've ever seen. It's not looking the happiest compared to the peach, but it also hasn't been in the ground as long, so maybe it's just doing its thing and getting its roots established. I like to do this to my trees. It helps them get their roots established. You don't want to baby your trees, guys. Ideally, you don't even want to water your trees unless it's going to die. The more you baby it, the weaker they are. I've heard lots of stories of people coming outside and literally hitting their trees to get them to be stronger. And
punching them or girdling them,
yeah,
which is literally just binding them up.
and somebody else in the same exact area will plant the same exact tree, water it every single day, and it won't be there for long at all. It'll die. And the trees that are just left to fend for themselves are the strongest ones in the end.
It sounds bad, but it really works, honestly.
It's all about intentions. Like, the plants know your intentions. Like, this is not just pseudoscience. This is like scientifically proven. They know your intentions. So like, I've heard stories of a tree not producing. Maybe this is what I need to do to the mulberries because they haven't produced. Somebody going up to their tree that should have produced already, and they'll crank up a chainsaw right next to it and they'll threaten it. They'll say, if you don't fruit, I'm gonna cut you down. And then literally they'll fruit. Now this Barbados cherry, it was wrapped around the base, and obviously the top died. I didn't give this thing a clean cut. I think somebody just kicked it.
Gosh.
But it's coming back well.
It's strong.
I need to prune it up. I'm gonna cut all those lower branches off and make it grow upright.
Yeah.
Acerola. Here is the Muntinga. This thing completely lost all of its top as well.
The whole top is gone.
But I mean, look, it's already.
This is what has come back from the base.
Yeah.
From the very base.
It's already like 7 or 8 feet tall again. I was just wondering if it's gonna start flowering again, and look.
Perfect.
So we're gonna get fruits again this year already.
Yeah, this one's pretty crazy.
And that's the yellow Muntinga, yellow strawberry tree. We showed you guys one of these back there. This one was unprotected, took 23, no problem. Was loaded with fruit just a couple weeks ago.
We actually got to eat all the fruit off of this one too, after the freeze, and the fruit was okay.
Here is another Savannah cherry or Cherry La Rio Grande, I'm not sure. But this one took the cold, super good, 23, no problem. This is a weird little spot in my yard. I've planted lots of things in these spots right here, and they didn't grow well for me. I know I have nematodes right here in my soil. This is probably Adam Schafferin sold it to me. He told me it was a Schatzer hybrid, which is a Trunciflora and a red hybrid. Since I planted it in the ground, it has not grown at all. I think I might dig it up. Like, it did take some cold damage, but even before the cold damage, it had been here for a year or two, and it just hasn't grown. So I do need to come dig this thing up because the nematodes are chewing it up. This is about the only thing I've planted here that's been growing well. This is a Palucha loquat. It seems to be doing fine against the nematodes, but this loquat is awesome. It makes a big fruit. It's not sour at all. It's super mellow flavor. Look, here's another Jaboticaba in that same area that's just not doing well. And I think this one is a hybrid, a super special one as well. He sold it to me as an Otto Anderson Phitrantha, but it looks a lot like Sabra. It's not a Sabra, but it reminds me of Sabra. So it makes me think it's a hybrid of something. This is one of my personal favorite fruit trees right here. Not a lot of people like guavas. My wife is one of them, but she really likes this guava.
I do like this guava. This is the lemon guava.
Yeah, lemon Cattleya guava. The reason I like it so much is because it's super rapid abundance. You plant a seed and in 2.5, 3 years you're loaded with fruit. It fruits multiple times a year, stays small for a long time, and you can see there's a couple fruits on there that set. I was getting a handful of fruit off this thing when the trunk wasn't even as thick as my pinky, so it's really awesome. The star fruit. Look at that. You wouldn't even be able to tell it got hurt in the cold. But you can see all the dead branches up there. Starfruit is coming back.
I'm not sure what starfruit variety that this is. I'm really not. It could be the Laura. It's a orange variety, I believe.
Our friends told us it was Shriek and Bang. They
Oh.
believe it was Shriek and Bang.
Yeah, okay, it probably is.
The three best that I've had is Laura, Shriek and Bang, and Fwang Tong. Those are my three favorite starfruits that I've had so far.
I agree.
Right here, we planted 2 pomegranates side by side. I think this one was in the ground first, and it never did anything, so I just went ahead and threw another one right next to it. I believe these are Parfioncas, which is the variety that doesn't grow really well here. If you're gonna plant a pomegranate in Florida, I recommend the Vietnam Pink. It can take wetter soils. No pomegranate likes wet feet. They're desert plants. They don't even really like a ton of humidity, but they can tolerate the humidity, but they definitely don't like wet feet. If you're gonna get a pomegranate in Florida, definitely get the Viet Pink. That one produces well. The juice is good on it. I will say the seeds are a little woodier on that one, so you can't chew up a ton of the seeds and eat them like the other pomegranate varieties. But if you're gonna grow a pomegranate in Florida, get the Viet Pink. That's your best bet. They produce well. They grow from cutting. I mean, they're beautiful. These were completely unprotected, and they took 23 degrees. They're super drought tolerant. They want drought. But yeah, we love pomegranate. They can take full sun.
I was worried about these back here.
Yeah.
The whole tops died.
Yeah, the whole tops died. These are African mangosteens, Embe Garcinias. These ones are really good. They're like candy. There's not a lot of flesh on them, but they're absolutely delicious. We have a ton of those seeds for sale right now. So if you want to grow some.
There's another one right here.
And for the most part, this is like one of the only Garcinias I know of that isn't fully self-fertile. So if you're gonna grow it, get a couple of them and plant them pretty close together so that the bees can pollinate the male and female flowers, and you'll get a lot more fruit. But some of them are self-pollinating. This one is an awesome one, Lemon Drop Mangosteen. This is a grafted one, and look how many fruits are on it. Such a little tree, and it's full of fruit. That's one of our favorite mangosteens, right?
Love lemon drop mangosteen. It's such a candy fruit.
Yeah.
But so are these Embes. Embe and lemon drop mangosteen. I think I'd pick lemon drop mangosteen if I had to pick.
Same, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's like a lemon candy, like a warhead,
And
but better.
this is a grafted tree, so it's flowering and fruiting at really small. But they also fruit at like 3 years old. So if you guys get a seedling, they fruit in like 3 years. They grow really slow the first like 2 years. But once they push like 5 or 6 times and they start branching out, they grow a lot quicker. It's worth it to get a grafted one, or, I mean, not really. Just plant a seed, in 3 years you'll have fruit.
It's
Not
worth it
bad.
to get one in general, though,
Oh,
because
yeah.
those are really tasty.
Yeah, we love those. And the olive tree, this one is similar to pomegranate. It doesn't look very happy right now because where we planted it, there was a crepe myrtle, and the crepe myrtle hasn't exactly died off yet. Its roots are coming back. And so what this olive tree is struggling with is competing with this crepe myrtle that refuses to die.
Also, I have nothing against crepe myrtles, but I will say I would much rather plant a jabuticaba.
The olive tree is awesome. It took 23 degrees, no problem. It's similar to pomegranate, like I said. This is a Mediterranean plant. It's a plant from the desert, so it doesn't like a ton of humidity, and it doesn't like wet feet, and it took the cold well.
And I've also never heard of anyone actually fruiting an olive in Florida, but maybe they have.
No, people definitely have. It's more uncommon, and I'm sure that there's a variety that does better here than others. It's probably not like the best eating olive.
Yeah.
I don't know if it would be totally worth it to like plant a whole olive orchard, which I've seen olive orchards around, and yeah, I don't know how productive they are or how good the fruit is, but it's interesting. We see them a lot around just as ornamental plants, and they grow really well here, but I don't see a lot of fruit on them. For the most part, that's it. we just thought we would share a quick update with you guys and show you a couple months after the freeze how things have came back. Like we said, the 4 things that we lost was sapodilla, mango, jackfruit, and achacha. Those were the ones that just got hit the worst. There is a couple things that are similar cold sensitive as those that we just protected well. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something. I hope this inspires you to get out there no matter what climate you're in. If you're in the North United States, just wherever you're at, you guys can be growing fruit trees. You know, there's fruit trees that are for all climates. And yeah, I hope this just inspired you guys to get out there and grow some food and not grow a lawn, you know, grow something actually useful in your yard that's gonna nourish you and heal you.
Check out our Etsy shop, and thank you for watching, guys. Like and subscribe for more.
See you later.